Good day, traders. This is Option Theory, and your cherry bomb is in for today, October 7th, 2020. And let me tell you, it does not necessarily go with the tasty trade mechanics or the tasty trade approach, so we'll call it, and now for something entirely different. It is a strangle, which is not particularly different, though I have to tell you, me and strangles, I don't feel like I get along with them. That upside risk just freaks me out. How do you feel about that? I'd like to know. Do you have any issues with strangles and those naked calls? They just freak me out. But with that said, let's hop on in to the trading platform of choice and get rockin'. But first, everybody, let me introduce myself. My name is Neil, and this is Option Theory, and together we put on trades in ThinkOrSwim using the simulated trading platform, and I invite you to join us. So the first step in doing that would be to head on down to that description and find the link to sign up for Tasty Trades Cherry Bomb email blast. These emails don't come from me, and they don't spam you for sure. You just get the stuff that you sign up for, right? They're not really selling you on anything. They give you 5 emails a week, 4 of which are trade ideas. And we're going to take a look at today's trade idea. We have 9 trades on, you can see in my portfolio right now, and we lost about $200 in the downturn yesterday. But if we quickly pull up the futures, it seems like we're going to be getting much of that back today. So that'd be nice, right? So that which went down yesterday seems to be coming back up today. Right? All right. So with that, we're going to go on over to the Analyze tab. We're going to choose Add Simulated Trade. And just like any good cooking show, I've already selected the strikes, but I want to walk you through them. We're going to be in, and here's where the weird part is, a expiration that's the monthlies, which is cool, but it's 9 days away, which is totally not the tasty trade mechanic of trying to get 45 days to expiration. So we are in a October monthlies, which is 9 days left as of today. And here we would be looking at selling the 4250 put, which is roughly the 16 delta. That makes the tasty trade mechanic right there, right? Selling the 16 deltas. But over here, we're at the 4850 call, which is not necessarily the 16 delta. So this will give us a slightly bearish position on this one. So if we look at the delta on this one, we are negative deltas. We'd like this one to move. We'd like to see Twitter move down a little bit. And I got to tell you, if you go back and look at these again, it doesn't look like that's going to be what happens today, right? So you could consider as an alternative moving these strikes out so that maybe you're at the 14 delta here, the 50 call. That might move things out for you on that one. But when we take a look at this in the next step, by the way, we will take a look at our probabilities. We'll see what that probability of profit is, and then we're going to talk P50. So stay tuned for that one, all right? What you would do, for those of you that are new, you would left click on the 4250 bid, and then on if you're using the desktop app here like this, hold down the control key and click on the bid for the 4850. That'll build you a strangle. Mine is 1 contract. I'm not going to do multiple contracts. Yours may say 10. Be careful of that. And then over here you can see that our credit is 77 cents, or $77 would be our maximum profit. Now, when you look at the maximum risk, when we get to that after we do our probabilities, you might think to yourself, and I don't blame you, that this is very small amount of money to make for such a large amount of potential risk. So, with that said, since we're talking about risk, let's do that phase now where we look at our probabilities using the risk profile. So make sure that your expiration 1017 is set up here to 1017 as well. And then I go ahead over here to this menu and choose set slices to break even, and I choose the turquoise expiration lines, right? So we can see here that we're looking at a 56% probability of ending on or between these lines here, right? So let's call that our 56% probability of profit. We can see the expected move here in these gray lines. So I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that is a relatively low probability of profit at expiration. But if you get the emails from Tasty Trade, you'll notice that the P50 is in the 90s%. I want to say it's 94% probability that in somewhere in the next 9 days, we'd be able to take half of this profit off and walk away and say thank you, right? I mean, hey, found money. So let's call that $40. Would you be willing to risk some money, lots of money, to make to have a 94% probability of making $40 in the next 9 days? That's why we're doing this in simulated trading, right? Let's see what happens. We don't put on a lot of strangles in these cherry bombs, and oftentimes I like to explore the defined risk on the call side and undefined risk on the put side. I can swallow that one a lot easier than I can swallow this upside risk potential, because it's infinite. You could just keep going, right? So with that said, we've talked about our probabilities. We've looked at those. Let's actually set these slices to chart and take a look at the band we're asking Twitter to stay in the next 9 days, right? Doesn't seem all that wide, and it's not, right? But it does encompass where that moving average is. So if it reverts to the mean, that would be okay for us. Not awesome, we'd freak out a little bit, but maybe along the way, right, we would reach that 50% of our maximum profit. All right, everybody, I'm going to head on back over here, and I'm going to right-click this trade, choose Confirm and Send, where we review our max loss of infinite. Scary, but we could make $77 in the next 9 days. Really, though, we'd be looking to take this off when it was like $38.50, right? So I want to go ahead and hit send. That's going to put that in my working orders. And let's use this as an opportunity, if anything, to practice our trade management skills should this move against us, right? We won't have a lot of time to react, so you're definitely going to want to get in this and pay attention over the next 9 days. And at this point, I'll say to you, thank you. If you've made it this far, here's your thumbs up. I'm going to give you one. There's no button for me to hit, so I just have to visually give you a thumbs up and say thank you. It does help me. This isn't something that makes money for me. I just enjoy doing this. So you're watching to the end really is something I appreciate. And if you feel that I've earned a like, please feel free to hit that like. If you haven't yet subscribed, I get it. Take your time. We don't have to get married yet. But if you think someday you might, I'd appreciate that if you if you subscribed and you rang the bell so that you got notified when these videos came out. And until I see you tomorrow for the next cherry bomb trade, I wish you the best and happy trading.